Hey everybody, my name is Joe. I've got a 2018 Polaris RZR 900 4-seater with 30-inch rockabilis, full roof, the lower door inserts, the bolster cover, just kind of set up pretty nice for a family rig. I bought some mirrors on eBay, and they're the Polaris factory mirrors. They're 169 bucks, which I'm not exactly sure how much cheaper it is from factory. I haven't bothered to look. I found them and thought they were cool. There was one remaining, so I bought it. I might have got suckered, but we'll see. Anyway, when you get the mirror, you'll find out that it's not at all adjustable. At least that's what it appears to look like. The mirror is so stiff inside the housing that if you push on it, I'm afraid it'll crack. And I've got a buddy who's got the same mirror setup, so that's kind of why I bought them. But his are super tight, and you got to push pretty hard, but I didn't want to crack the mirror. I noticed on his passenger side mirror was cracked. I didn't want to have that happen to me, so I just kind of did some digging. I shot a few messages out on some forums and some of the Facebook ATV groups and stuff like that, and I didn't get much for feedback. Everybody said, yeah, it's just super tight, and they kind of suck, and blah, blah, blah. The Polaris dealership here in town in Brainerd, Minnesota, said that they're garbage, then blah, blah, blah. There's no way to adjust them on the frame. There's no way to adjust them, period. Get these cheap aftermarket ones. I didn't like the look of them because they look like school bus mirrors. So, that being said, I went with what I went with, and I'm going to show you how to actually make the correction and make the adjustment here. So, bear with me 1 second. I'll show you what it looks like on the factory side. This is what it looks like from factory side, I mean the driver's side. This is what it looks like when you get it, right? And the problem is I was seeing nothing but the ground. All I could see was the rear tires, and you tried to push on it, and it was just super hard, and it was starting to tweak the frame. So I went ahead and I tore it all apart, and I got it to adjust. Now it's pretty firm. I'm pushing moderate, but not too hard, and I can make it go wherever I want it to go now. And I'm going to show you how that works. I've got the passenger side torn apart. I'll show you exactly what you need for tools. You need, you can use a socket. I just used a nut driver with an 8mm attachment, slip joint pliers, and a 5mm Allen head. You need that to actually take the mirror out. There's only one little nut bolt holding it in. That's it right there. And you take it out of that spot. One thing you'll notice when you take the mirror out is it's kind of a pain in the ass to get out. And that's because this spot here is keyed, and it's in there pretty tight. On the back of the mirror, you can see pretty clearly how that works. So what I did is I took it out, I loosened this screw up as much as I dared before taking it all the way out. So I just had a few threads in there. And then you can just tap on it, and it'll pop that mirror out. Once you get it to pop out, just pull that screw out and push the mirror out with your Allen wrench, holding your hand right here to catch it. Worked out pretty slick. So, once that was done, what I did is I took the mirror, and on the back of the mirror, you've got the 3 8mm lock nuts. Right there, 1, 2, 3. What I did is I took these all off, and that removes this plate off of the back of the mirror. This is all a metal housing that is glued to the mirror. Pretty simple to do. When you take it off, you're going to notice that this piece here, well, that's still pretty tight, but that's about right where you want it, so it moves like that. This piece here has got just a little bit of white lithium grease on there, and these nuts are on there so tight that there is absolutely no way I could move that by hand. It was tighter than a drum. I could not move it. So just loosen those up, take it off. I wiped all that lithium grease, and I didn't have any extra lithium grease or dielectric grease or silicone grease or anything like that. You could probably use anything. Maybe a kind of a graphite-based grease might work the best. I don't know. I just used what I had, axle grease. I got a ton of that, as I do, all kinds of crap in my garage, but whatever. Anyway, got that nice and loose, and that was it. Now it works. Now it's adjustable, and what we'll do is I'll show you exactly how I put it back in. There's the mirror there. Take this, slide it in. Since I moved it around, I'm going to have to adjust it a little bit. Once you get it in place, it will just slide right in, especially now that it's nice and greased up. I'm turning the the bolt in by hand. Now I got the Allen wrench on it. Snug that down. There's already Loctite on that. You could add more if you wanted. I have a feeling that I might be tweaking this one a little bit more. It does feel a little looser than the other one. Get that in there nice and snug, and that's it. Now the mirror does have detents, so it will stay in place. They are breakaways, so if you hit a branch or a tree, you don't got to worry about it. It still works out pretty good. Online there was a guy that was saying you can tighten these detents up. I don't know. I didn't look at it close enough. I don't care. I want it to fold away. Now if I'm driving down the road and it starts flopping in, then I'll go and I'll investigate that a little bit closer. But that's it. That is my RZR with some new badass Polaris brand crap. Not quite as expensive as Can-Am or whatever, but hey, it rides on the trail nice and fast. It's smooth, goes through mud, and the kids love it. So thanks for your time, guys. Hope this helps you.